That's fine. So this week, we're going to talk about how to input fees into our Calix Point. So let me start sharing my screen with you. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes,
So I'm not sure if you have access to our disclosure desk on Notion.
I did not check yet. Let me see. Disclosure desk. Yes, I found it. Yes, I
Do you
found it.
have it? Okay. So on the disclosure desk, I would recommend that you kind of go over these trainings. I'm not sure if we're still going to have a disclosure, someone assigned to do all the disclosures, but eventually we might have each one of you to submit and disclose for her lender. Sorry, I'm going to put this on pause real quick. Let me take a call. Sorry, Lastly.
It's okay.
You're still here with me?
Yes.
Okay, so as I was saying, we're going to be inputting fees, but eventually I'm going to train you guys so that you submit a file to help us with the submission, which is essentially we need to disclose and import fees. So right now I'm just going to show you how to import these fees onto Calix Point, just so that way you kind of get a little bit of practice. So we're going to do this, click on the how to input fees in fee worksheet. So once you have your Calix Point open, in this case, I already had it opened. We're going to click on this fee worksheet. So just so that way you see, it does take a little bit of load, so just bear with me. So this is our first page, right? So if you go down to the left-hand side right here, where it says fee worksheet, you're just gonna click on that.
Brenda, this is recorded.
Yes.
Okay. Are you sending the videos or we can?
I can forward. I'm not sure if you are able to access it, but I can forward it to you.
Okay, okay.
So once we do click on that fee worksheet, it's gonna come to this page right here. So under date prepared, we're just gonna put today's date, the lender, I'm gonna use, and we're gonna put Giving Tree. And then we're going to leave this section blank because that's if we're locking. So right now we're just inputting fees. So we're going to need the master or the settlement statement for the file. And we're going to check our ERP page for the broker submission for that specific file as well. We're going to check the fee sheet. This fee worksheet, it starts off with Section A. Section A is all the fees that we're collecting as Giving Tree. So the loan officer's origination, our processing fee, our underwriting fee, admin fee if the loan LO wants to collect it. Sometimes we have this funding fee. This funding fee here is strictly only if we're submitting to UWM. So if we're submitting to UWM, we always have to add this fee. So
that is, do we have fixed rate for those, or do I need to reach out to LO or to you to get the fee?
So our underwriting and processing, it's usually standard $14.95 underwriting, processing $9.95. Admin can change depending on what the LO wants to collect. The loan origination fee also depends on the LO. This funding fee is always going to be standard $3.95. So here's where we're going to check our ERP page. So our fee sheet from our ERP page. So right here, there's no admin. He's collecting origination and underwriting and processing. He didn't put an underwriting fee, but it is standard that we have to collect. So right here, he has $16,720. So we're going to put Section A, origination here. We're just going to put lender. And if you see, this is already inputted because we added this. We're going to unlock this. Sorry, we're going to put it in here. So sometimes they'll let us know if they didn't complete this and we need to verify via email with the borrower, with the loan officer, whether they're collecting processing or origination. Sometimes they'll give us a percentage. Sometimes they'll say they do 1%. That's 608. If in this case he put 1672, so then we're just gonna not put the percentage and then just put 16720, our processing and underwriting. If they were to add an admin fee, he doesn't have one, but if they were, we just type it in here. Admin fee, let's say 500. Funding fee, it was 395. And again, this goes to us, okay? And I'm just gonna leave them, but for this file, I'm not gonna leave them. For this file, we're not collecting it, so I'm erasing it, but that would be if we were to collect it. Now, Section B here, it's services you cannot shop for. So the Section B, so these are the fees that are usually paid upfront by the borrower. So any credit report, appraisal report, our HOA cert, the condo questionnaire, our master insurance, desk review. So these are paid to, we just put other, and then for appraisals, we just put AMC. For the appraisal, we are gonna disclose it at 1,000. Even though it's most likely going to be less, we always want to over disclose because we can't add fees or change fees to a higher percentage after we disclose it. We could always just remove it or lower it, but we can't increase it. So we always want to over disclose. So right here we can put KCB. So it's 300 per each applicant. If it's 2 applicants, we can disclose it at 500, but it is 300 per applicant. Our appraisal reinspection are also known as 1004D. It's not on here, but we just put it in here. So this one, I would always include it. This desk review, it's only included if it's a jumbo loan or if it's a non-QM loan. So this particular file, it's a full doc FHA, so we're not going to include this desk review. We are going to include the tax service, which is already here, the MERS, we'll just put it down here, and the flood cert, that's right here. This verification of employment, it's only added when our borrower is a W-2 employee. So this one, she is a W-2, so we are going to include it. This master EOI and this this master EOI and HOA cert, it's indicated to be 500 for both, but I would actually separate this one because the master insurance is paid separately from our HOA cert. So if this was a condo, which I believe this one is, we're just going to add this HOA cert, and it's going to be 500. And then for the master EOI, we just do 200 separately. This service fee is only for Texas properties. This pest inspection fee is only for VAs loans. This doc prep fee is also only for Texas only. This condo review is only if we're submitting to this specific lender. Okay. On here, any other ones that might show up is probably the CDA report, which is similar to the desk review. That's about it. I don't see any other ones that could think of any other ones. If this was a self-employed, we would not put this VOE. If it's for a non-QM loan, we want to add this desk review.
Okay.
Any questions so far?
None.
We're going to move on to section C. This section C is known or it's labeled as services you can shop for. So in this case, it's even though the borrower can decide what title and escrow company they want to work with. So section C is known for our title and escrow fees. They are able to decide what company they want to work with. So that's why it's fees you can shop for. All the other fees, they can't really shop for them because it's depending on what AMC the lender is approved, or if it's a VOE, they go through like a specific third-party verification. You've heard of the work number. So it's not something where the bar can decide whether they want to go with that specific company. So in this section, just note, we are padding about 200 or to 300 on our escrow fee. And I would also pad that 200 and 300 in our lender's in title insurance. So lender's title insurance is also known as the lender's premium. So this settlement agent fee is also known as escrow fee, as you can see, also known as closing fee here. So on here, we're going to open up our settlement statement. So we're going to put pay to other, and we're going to put our escrow fee, which is central escrow. Okay, so this lender or mortgage premium, as we saw, that lender's premium is also known as lender's title insurance, also known as mortgagee premium. It's disclosed at 400. We're over disclosing it by 300, so we're going to put 700. They have a solar endorsement here. So whatever's not on here, we're just going to type it in. We're going to put title and then whatever endorse fee. So this is to Provident Title Company. Sorry, this 700 is the title, so it should be in our lender's title insurance right here. This solar one, it's only 50. We're going to skip over these two fees for now. Title, sub escrow, and that's also to Provident. So we have another right here, solar subordination. So that is separate from this solar endorsement. So we want to add that one as well. So this notary signing here, they have a notary fee right here. This settlement agent fee, again, it's disclosing our escrow fee. So it's at 500. We're disclosing it with the 300 padding. So we're going to disclose it at 800. We have a title messenger fee, and this is to Central Escrow LA. We have a title wire fee. So even though these are paid to escrow, we're still going to put this title dash. Okay. So now these two that we skipped over, the mortgage recording fee and the SBS2 affordable jobs, that one is going to actually go in our section E.
Okay.
So our section E is for our recording fees with title. So here it says we're disclosing mortgage and deed recording at 200 each. So our settlement statement for our mortgage recording, it's 150. So because it's less than the 200, we're just going to disclose it at 200.
Okay.
This deed one, we're also going to put it in here, even though it's not on our settlement statement, at 200. This other one, the SB2 affordable, we're actually going to label it here, SB2. So if this mortgage recording fee was, let's say, 300, we would disclose it at the higher value, which would be 300. In this case, we're over disclosing it at 200, even though the recording has it at 50. That makes sense?
That's not for every file. So we over disclose the recording.
Yes. Yes, every file. Every file and most of the fees we want to over disclose, like the escrow fee and the title insurance that we are over disclosing. This next section F, is our prepaid. So we're going to do our daily interest. We're just going to put 15 days. This is just standard. This number will change once we're closer to funding and depending on the days from when we're funding to the end of the day of the month. But our standard, we are putting it at 15 days. This hazard insurance, for purchases, we are always going to put 12 months. Okay. For refinance, if it's for the most part, it's already paid in full. So we're not going to disclose it. This prepaid, we're not going to collect it because it's already, for refinance, they've already most likely already paid for it. It's already been renewed. Unless it's being renewed within the time that we're going to be closing, then I would add 12 months here. But other than that, we're not going to add the 12 months for a refinance, only for purchase. This next section, section G, it's our impound section. So sorry about that. So for purchases, well, our standard, I would say, put 3 months here. And depending on our closing, if we have, so if we're closing next month, September, we're going to collect 9 months of impounds. Also, bless you. Also, we want to make sure that this far right corner boxes are checked off if we are impounding. So if we are going to escrow or impound, make sure these are checked off. If they're not checked off, even if we put the months here, it's not going to reflect on the loan estimate that it's being impounded. And then section H is going to be where all the other fees. So this one in particular, this owner's title insurance, it's usually for a purchase. I don't see that we have any here. It's usually for the purchase and it's paid by the seller. This is the only fee that we're going to add onto our fee section that's paid by our seller. All other fees are paid by our borrower. So if this were a purchase and it were disclosed here, we're just going to add it onto here. For purchases, we also have a transaction coordinator fee. For the most part, also, I would just add it here. You can just put the transaction coordinator. If we have who the coordinator is, we can put their name. If not, we will just put the whatever fee it is. For this refinance, we don't have any additional sections here. Okay. once we input these fees, we're able to, if we control P, you can preview the fees. It'll show all the breakdown here. Or if you click on this loan estimate right here, this loan estimate here is, you control P, it's gonna show as a loan estimate. So it has all the fees from all the information from the loan. If you go to the next page, this next page is all the fees we just inputted. So this again, section A is our lender fees. Section B are all third-party fees. Section C is title and escrow fees, or recording fees with the title, and any prepaids. G right here is the impounds. Any questions?
None for now.
No? Okay.
No.
Again, it's very important that we over disclose these fees, because if, let's say, we forget the origination, 16,000, when we submit it and disclose it, after it's been disclosed, we can't come back and add the 16,000. We can, if we add it and then later on the LO says, oh, you know what, I don't want to charge it, we can always remove it, but you can't add it onto the fee once it's been disclosed. So it's very important that you always, even if on the ERP it's not showing a fee, you want to email and get email confirmation from the loan officer that they're not collecting any fees.
Got it. Brenda, one question. If we're going to like double check if we input everything in there, do we match the LE in Calix to the master ESS that we receive? And if the total matches, then it is correct. Is that how it works?
Yeah, so this section right here, section C, is what we're matching with the master settlement statement.
Oh, okay, because the other fees are not in the master.
Exactly.
Okay.
Not until after it's been. So when we are submitting originally, we only have these section C fees.